Snowing hard. You can see from the commentary position, you can see on screen Paul Vieuxtemps just talking away with Noah Charlotte from Austria. There's a great crowd that's arrived this morning. It's just gone 10 a.m. local time here, Eastern time in New York State. That's the data on the course profile. But we've actually got two options for the skiers. Normally in, say, a World Cup big air, it is just the one jump, but Arena Snowparks putting together these jumps from the slopestyle, keeping it the same. There are the judges. Head judge Manny Jennings from the USA, judges also from USA, Lithuania, Sweden, Canada, and Great Britain. Most of these judges have all judged on the World Cup Tour and at the highest level in the sport, so these skiers are in excellent hands. Riders are just skiers just trying to stay warm in the start area. Jakob Geßner from Germany there wearing bib 2. Well, he was 4th in the slopestyle contest, just missed out on a medal. Really strong second run from Geßner. Can he go one better today?
I know all the positions. Waiting on the call. Hard work.
Thea Fenwick out of Staffordshire University in the UK took the bronze medal in the slopestyle. Coach Rob Taylor ready to send her down the hill. She has had fantastic support from Staffordshire University to come to these games. And Thea dropping in, setting up for the 7. She just isn't able to put it down. It was so close. But she's going to go for that again. If you're wondering how this contest works, it is 3 runs. Best 2 out of the 3 to count, but those 2 have to be different jumps. So it does help if you get your first jump landed. Then you can do, on jump number 2, you can probably go for your harder trick, the opposite direction. Thea Fenwick just going for the safety grab, and that ski pops off on landing. She would have had that. So that is a big shame for Thea. Her mum there, Sarah, watching on. So proud of Thea. She's still smiling. They'll just check that ski out and come back on the second run. So she gets a score of 13. But run number 2 now absolutely critical for Thea Fenwick. Also from Great Britain, 20-year-old Olivia Burke from the University of Aberdeen. Skis out of the Bears Den Ski Club in Glasgow. That club doing great things over the years in developing free skiers and snowboarders. Oh, and Olivia Burke's dropping in switch here. She wants a medal today. Can she stick this first one down? She's going for the 5 and she puts it down. Switch 5. And she puts it to feet as well. So well done to Olivia Burke for landing her first trick. Coming in switch. Not quite grabbing. She's looking for that safety grab. She puts it to feet. If she's able to grab that, definitely get a safety grab. That would add a few more points there. She gets a score. It's coming in now, 56.75. It's something on the board. She could go for that trick again, try and improve it, and then go for the harder trick, or the opposite direction. That is what we're trying to say. Viivi Paljärvi from Finland next to go. She ended up finishing 5th in the slopestyle. She's had a Europa Cup podium in big air. That was last season out of the University of Lapland in Rovaniemi, carrying a lot of speed into the jump. Big 360 safety grab there as well. It's on the harder kicker. Judges are looking at the difficulty of each trick, how well it's executed, the amplitude key in big air as well, and of course the landing. But they also are looking for the progression. Are they trying to push the sport on? She gets the safety grab with the left hand. Nice amplitude on the 3. So now the judges looking at that 3 compared to Olivia Burke's 5, but the 3 was grabbed, it was on the bigger jump. And I wouldn't be surprised if this actually scores more than the 540 from Olivia Burke. Great to see some Finnish fans in the venue as well. And score comes in 74, and that is the difference. It's not all about how many times you spin, it's about making it look good. Grab, grab that ski, get the execution. Michelle Rageth, 19-year-old from Switzerland, 2 World Cup starts. Silver medal in the slopestyle. She's got a lot of amplitude. She stomps the 5. That was clean. She grabbed as well. There's a big Swiss contingent in the finish area. Great atmosphere today here at Gore Mountain. Sets up for the left 5 with the switch landing. She's got the mute grab as well. Good job from Michelle Rageth. You can see the snow falling, but these skiers have done it in these conditions before. And this is going to go into the lead for sure. But by how much? 84.5 for Michelle Rageth from Switzerland. She leads the way with 1 skier to go. The #1 qualifier, Yuna Koga from Japan. Gold medalist in the slopestyle contest. She's looking for that double gold here at Lake Placid 2023.
You got it.
Just waiting for the okay from the starter. Qualified in first place, but now she's got to get it done on run 1. She's setting up switch, go for the bigger kicker on skier's left. Switch 7, and that was beautiful from Koga. 2 full spins, taking off switch, landing switch. The difficulties up there. Nice amplitude as well. She gets her contest off to a great start on run number 1. She's got the mute grab as well, just on that first rotation. Great to see. Nobody's having any issues with the speed here. It's a little bit challenging at first, but the skiers have got after practice, got it all dialed in. Snow's still falling. So waiting on the score now for Yuna Koga from Japan. So Michelle Rageth leads 84.5. Paljärvi in second with a 74. Olivia Burke in third with a 56.75. Thea Fenwick falling on her first run, down in 4th place right now with a 13. Yuna Koga waiting on the score. Is it going to go into top spot? Just behind top in 2nd place. She scores 80. So Rageth in the lead, 84.5. Judges really loving that execution from Michelle Rageth. She leads after run 1 of the women's Freeski Big Air. Jay Hebblethwaite from the University of Manchester will get the men's contest underway. 20-year-old, skis out of Kendal Snow Sports Club up in the north of England. Smiler Jay, as he's been known as here. On-site announcers loving it, and you can see why. He's always got a smile on his face. That is how you should ski, folks. He's had a great experience out here. Smiler Jay ready to drop in. He's dropping in switch on his first run. Can he get this first one to feet? Start his contest off. Big double, he puts it down, and it's nice and smooth for Jay. Rob Taylor gives him a little nod at the start gate. And he's happy with it. Gives us a little, almost sigh of relief.
Big screen.
Gets the safety grab. Switch Rodeo 9. Beautiful landing. He's holding the grab throughout.
Safety grab, solid hold. He told us yesterday in that 12. He did 12, it was sick, but he said he grabbed his boot.
So what is the score going to be for Jay Hebblethwaite? Going first, I think, is an advantage. Just getting that score on the board. You can hear the on-site announcers still. Yep, they don't refer to him as Hebblethwaite anymore. It is Smiler Jay. I'm sure there'll be some merchandise available soon. So the score coming in now for Hebblethwaite. It's 72.5. Great start for Jay Hebblethwaite. He's got that first trick on the board. He can now focus on his next trick. They try and go for that opposite rotation. Jan Ferber from the Czech Technical University in Prague. One World Cup start in big air. He's 23 years old. He's wearing all his clothes today by the looks of things. It's not that cold, but each to their own. Drops in, switch. Carrying a lot of speed into the kicker. Good switch, 10. Puts it down nicely. So Ferber landing that switch 10, deciding it's not a day for goggles. He's having a lot of fun out here. Does he manage to get the grab? He gets, just kind of misses the tail grab. He's looking for it, he gets a tap, and he almost tries to find, is he trying to look for a mute or safety there? So it's a little scrappy in terms of execution, but it was that switch 10. And he's doing it in style today, Jan Ferber from the Czech Republic. So I don't think this is going to go into top spot. I think the execution will cost him there. Second place, 60.5, but it's something on the board for Jan Ferber. So next up, Vojtěch Břeský out of Mills College in the Czech Republic. He was 6th in the slopestyle contest here. It's great having slopestyle in big air. It gives all of these skiers a chance to compete for 2 medals. Scored World Cup points a few times in his career. He's got 1 Europa Cup win in 2019 in slopestyle. Coming in forwards to this burst jump. Lovely 1080, puts it to feet as well. So impressed with the majority of skiers are sticking the landing so far. See it again, it's good pop. Yeah, he's got a safety grab with the right hand. And he holds it throughout the trick. Gets the landing gear down. And that sets him up nicely for the rest of this contest. Got to be so impressed with how the skiers are handling the conditions here. So Hebblethwaite leads, Smiler J, I should say, 72.5. But Břeský is really going to be in the mix with that 10. Should go into the #1 spot. Here he does, 84. He's pretty happy with it as well. Should also add that with the 6 judges, we take away the highest score and the lowest score from the judges, average out the rest. Noah Schallert next up from the University of Innsbruck, a Europa Cup podium last season in big air. 7th in the slopestyle contest. He's 21 years old. This is the discipline that he enjoys that little bit more. Oh, he's down. Going for the left 12.
Looking for that 12, maybe
Just didn't have the amplitude on it, but that is a sign of things to come from Noah Schallert. So it's likely he'll go for that again on jump 2, or he may go to his harder trick, actually, on jump 2. But most of the skiers, if they don't land their first hit, they try and repeat the trick on run 2, then on run 3, go for the difficult one. He just didn't have that last bit of rotation. Gets a safety grab. Yeah, he's about 45 degrees short of the landing. So Noah Schallert will learn from that, come back, and I'm sure he's going to clean that up and sort it out on run 2.
So if you have that in mind, I'm going to land the 12. I got 3 shots and I'm going to get it. And that's what I'm going to do. And some people are going to take that mindset. Somebody might come up and do a layup and go 900, maybe 1080.
Jakob Geßner next to go. 22-year-old from Germany, really impressive in the second run in the slopestyle. He jumped up into a medal position, but in the end, he wasn't able to hang on to a podium, but he's got his eyes on a podium. So Geßner dropping in a switch here. No, for a fact he's got fast skis. I was watching the wax going, he's got so much amplitude, he sticks to 12. So beautiful first run from Jakob Geßner from Germany. That man on the right-hand side of your screen in the sunglasses was working on his skis in the finish area. So Geßner, great start. That switch 12 bio. difficult trick. He's made it look good in the air. Sticks the landing, grabs in there as well. This could go in a top spot. So important to really stick the landings. In this game, Geßner waiting on the score. So Břeský leads 84, Hebelthwaite in second, 72.5. Jan Ferber in third, but this is going to go into the lead. And it does, it's 92.5. The first man into the 90s, Jakob Geßner from Munich in Germany. Now we're on to the last skier because the top qualifier, Rai Kasamura, not starting. Kasamura, we're hearing he isn't feeling too well today, sick today. That is a massive shame. We wish him all the best. So Manatsu Sato from Waseda University will bring run one to a close for the men. Picked up the silver medal in slopestyle. With that, he's not the last skier to go. I should apologise for that. Paul Vieuxtemps will be the last skier to go. Manatsu Sato qualified in third place. We've still got Paul Vieuxtemps to come. Left 12, he holds on landing. Japanese bands, coaching staff, support crew all up here. Paul Vieuxtemps still waiting to go in the start. He will be the last man to go. Manatsu Sato starts off in style. See it again, comes in forwards. He's locked on the mute grab. Right hand coming over and grabbing the left ski. See him looking for the landing switch, a little wobble, but he rides out. Beautiful trick. Execution was good. He might lose a mark or two for the landing, not a lot though. So Geßner leads 92.5. Břeský in second, Hebelthwaite in third. Only thing there was the landing was a little off, but it was to feet. He did ski away from it. So it's not going to be much of a deduction. It might keep him out of top spot though. It does, 88 for Manatsu Sato. So in second, but in a great position. 4.5 points off the lead. We've still got runs 2 and 3 to come though. Now Paul Vieuxtemps from Thailand, third in the slopestyle. Can he pick up Thailand's second medal? Oh, but these 2023 FISU World University Games. Vieuxtemps out of the Grenoble Alp University. It's his second World University Games. Misty 9 there from Vieuxtemps. Not going for the biggest of rotations, but what he does is he makes it look so good. It is not all about spin to win. High grab on the ski as well. He's holding that grab almost until the landing as well. Judges will love that. This is all about the style as well. Everyone's liking that one. The Austrian coach who Vieuxtemps's working with gives us a thumbs up. And a thumbs up from Vieuxtemps. He is happy, so this is going to challenge as well. Geßner leading 92.5. Just watching on, what is it? Where is it going to place? 86 for Vieuxtemps. He is in third place here. As run one comes to a close for the men. Vieuxtemps will make his way back to the top. There's the current standings. Geßner leading 92.5. Manatsu Sato in second for Japan. Paul Vieuxtemps third with an 86. And Břeský in fourth. It is pretty tight for a medal. Things could all shift on that second run depending on who lands that second trick. Well, some of the younger pupils from the local school have been given a day off. The school have actually brought them up here today to Gore Mountain so they could see the action. Hopefully they're inspired. I think some of them have been told to bring their skis as well as we Getting ready to start second run for the women. Big moment here for Fenwick. She fell on the first run. So it's all or nothing now for Thea Fenwick. She absolutely has to land this one, or she is not going to be able to grab a medal. She's coming in with a lot of speed. She's going for this 7, and she sticks it this time. So big improvement for Thea Fenwick. Lots of British fans and support in the finish area. Fenwick, with the pressure, was on there, landing that one. You see her coming in with a lot of speed. She grabs, she's missed the grab. Oh, she almost gets the safety, doesn't she? So missing the grab's not going to help with the score, but she has landed. So it's going to be probably in the 50s, maybe in the low 60s for Fenwick. So she's in 4th place, 64.75. So we forget that 13 for the first run. Now Fenwick has to go the opposite direction on the 3rd run, and then we add the A trick and the B trick together to get our totals. Olivia Burke, 56.75 on the first run. Out of the University of Aberdeen. She was struggling a little with the speed. She's going to go for a ski cross start here. Why not? Get as much speed as you can. She's dropping in, so Olivia Burke going off the big kicker, setting up. Going for the 7. Oh! Just not hitting the landing. She looks to be okay, though. Let's hope. Yeah, she's getting back on her feet quickly. So one more go for Olivia Burke to get that one. Yeah, maybe she's feeling that one a little, but she's tough. She'll shake it off. Just coming up so short, a little short, I should say. About 25, 30 degrees short, but painful looking one, but hopefully all okay. And she gets a score of 10.75. Because it was a different trick, that's her B trick, she does get a total. So she is sitting on 67.5. She'll go for that same trick again on run number 3. Viivi Paljärvi from Finland, 74 on that first run. Ready to drop in now from the University of Lapland in Rovaniemi. Europa Cup podium in Big Air last year. Left 5 and nice and calm, nice and clean in the air. She is stoked about that as well. A moment of relief for Paljärvi, and she's now the first skier to have her A trick and her B trick landed. She gets the mute grab as well. It's almost like cleaned her ski when she released from the grab. And held on. Great work from Paljärvi. She was disappointed to miss out on a medal in the slopestyle. Just struggled on both of the runs. So she's going to get a very healthy score for jump 2. It's 86.25. Puts her on a total of 160.25. Paljärvi gives the Finnish fans something to cheer about here, because Paljärvi in a very healthy position. Michelle Rageth, a silver medalist in the slopestyle. Superb first run, 84.5. Is the best run, best score on run 1, but now Paljärvi leads. Going for the right 5 and puts it to feet nicely. Smooth as silk from Rageth. And again, another skier now has 2 good scores on the board. It takes a little bit of the pressure off on run 3. You do have 3 runs, but you've got to land 2 out of the 3. And as I say, we combine those 2. Gets the tail grab as well on that right 5, the switch landing. So Rageth, she spun one way and landed it. She spun the opposite direction and landed it. So it means she gets that total on the board. Combine the best 2 out of the 3. So Paljärvi leads with 160.25, but Rageth is on a mission today. And she goes into the lead, 169.25, scoring 84.75 on the second run. She's got those 2 different directions down and on the board. Yuna Koga, the last skier to go. She had an 80 on the first run. Just picking those skis, another skier powering out of the start gate, trying to find that speed. A 20-year-old from Japan. It is actually slowing up just a little. Oh, and she gets the left 9 down. Just adding an extra 180 onto the first run. So Yuna Koga with that 80 on the first run, she's going to stay in a medal position. Gets a tail grab as well. There's a lot of snow coming down in this part of the world. It is much needed. Thankfully, it's not impacting this contest too much. This could boost her into the 90s, and that will put her in the gold medal position if she does score in the 90s. We are waiting for the judges. Yuna Koga watching on, looking at the scoreboard in the finish area. It's 92.75. Yuna Koga leads for Japan. Her total 172.75. And the Japanese delegation loving it. There's the current standings. It is Koga, Rageth, Paljärvi, the 1, 2, 3. Burke and Fenwick, 4th and 5th. But they could still get into the mix with a good 3rd and final run. Medal might just be out of the cards now, but they will want to land those 3rd runs. Ready for run number 2 for the men. After the first run, it was Geßner. Big 1260, went into the 90s. He leads 92.5. Jay Habblethwaite from the University of Manchester next up. He's in 5th place, 72.5 on the first run. Smiler J dropping in, looking for the speed. Is he going to push up to a 10 or a 12? He will throw it all down here. He goes 9 again. And he is stoked about it. Massive smile, as always, from Smiler J. Habblethwaite making that look good. He's a little loose with the skis in the air, so things to clean up, but he's not had a huge amount of experience skiing out in the mountains. He's learned his trade at Kendall Snow Sports Club, and what a place to do it. It's really grounded him and given him a great skill set. And now Jay Habblethwaite is taking it into the mountains and showing what you can do if you learn on a dry slope. And he scores 82, 154.5. It keeps him nicely in the mix. And now he can unleash something big. It'll be all or nothing on the 3rd run for Habblethwaite. Jan Ferber next to go from the Czech Republic. 21st in slopestyle at Krasnoyarsk 2019. Down in 6th with a 60.5 on the first run. He puts the 900. They're thinking through the truck driver grab in there as well. He's having so much fun out here and really enjoying this contest. Let's see it again. Just watch the grab. Yeah, he gets that truck driver grab. You don't see that too often. I think the judges are going to quite like that. So Ferber through the snow, sticks the landing, puts it to feet. So judges looking at the score. He got that 60.5 on the first run. He's loving it. Such a great spirit, this competition. It's been a great spirit. These whole games here at Gore Mountain. Score coming in for jump number 2. It's a 68.5. 129 is total. He sits in second place. Hebblethwaite leads 154.5. Huge crowd has filled in despite the weather conditions, although maybe everyone just wants to come up and see this fresh snow. Lots of youngsters from the local schools in North Creek nearby coming up and enjoying the format, the big air. We've got snowboard big air coming up later today, 1:30 Eastern time for the snowboard big air. Exactly the same format. So make sure you stick around and enjoy that one with us. Vojtěch Břeský, 84 on the first run, drops in switch. Switch, left 10, and he puts it to feet, coming up a tiny bit short, just making the transition. So the landing may see 1 or 2 points scraped away. But he did have that 84 on the first run to play with. See it again. Gets the mute grab. Just watch the landing though. He comes up almost short. Well, it's not too bad. He's not going to get too much of a deduction from there, but it's well grabbed. That is what the judges are looking for. If you go for a trick, it better be grabbed if you want to get a big pile of points. But he puts it to feet. He does execute the trick. Could be cleaned up a little, could do with a little more amplitude, but the conditions will impact on things. The more this snow falls, the slower the in-run will get. There is a crew working on it as much as they can, but they want to get these skiers through this contest quickly. So Břeský with 2 landed runs, absolutely key, takes the pressure off for run number 3. So good, despite the weather, to see the majority of skiers putting their tricks down. So second run score 74, 158 is total. He goes into the number 1 spot ahead of Hebblethwaite. Now Hebblethwaite went into the 80s on the second run. He's on 154.5. Jan Ferber in third. Noah Schaller next up. Now he fell on his first run, skier out of the University of Innsbruck. So Schaller has to put this run down, otherwise he is completely out of the medals. So he has to land here. Big moment for Noah Schaller. Can he stick this one? Going for the left. Oh no! Going for the left 10. So this format means that he is not going to be on the podium. 2 runs gone, nothing landed. So Schaller, good to see him straight back on his feet. He will put on a show on the third run. The pressure will be off him. Gets the safety grab, that right hand, reaching down. Oh, he catches the tips of his skis.
And the snow's falling too, so I think things are a little bit slower out there.
And then a perfect back.
Oh, not the day that Noah Schaller wanted. He'll be a little disappointed. I'm sure he'll get past it. And when it comes to the third run, often what happens in this format, the pressure's gone. You haven't landed runs 1 and 2. You land run 3, don't you?
Just do something really fun and just have fun.
So Noah Schaller will get a low score. It is 15. Same jump, the 1080. Of course, he went 4 on the first run, just trying to put that one down before moving to a different trick on run 3. So the 15, not the highest, not higher than the 19.5. That is what he carries forward. So next up, Jakob Geßner. He has a big first run score of 92.5. So Geßner knows that now he needs to go for that different rotation. And if he lands it, it will put him in with a great shout of a medal. The man from Germany underway, got a lot of amplitude. Goes 12, he puts it down.
So he's done
2 1260s for Geßner. The German delegation are loving it. We've had medals in snowboard cross, ski cross. Now looking for a medal. Men's big air, it's grabbed beautifully. Got that tail grab, he gets it early. It's that last 180 round, and 1260, and the judges are going to be Looking at that, looking at the conditions, and they're going to be pretty impressed with what Geßner's done here. This could just sneak into the 90s as well, and it will put Geßner well out in front. Great execution from Geßner. He's smiling. It's a score of 90, 182.5. That could be enough already for a medal. Manatsu Sato next to go from Japan. He scored 88 on the first run. Out of the Waseda University in Tokyo. He won the big air contest at the Japanese Nationals last season. He loves the big air format. So Sato dropping in switch as well. What has he got in store on this second run? Oh, he's coming up short there. Oh, he didn't have the amplitude, didn't get that big curve in the air. He was having to throw that really quickly. Good to see him bounce straight back on his feet. Let's see him again. Maybe the speed is not quite enough due to that fresh snowfall. It is slowing up because there's not riders constantly hitting the jump. I think he popped almost too early on that. And he didn't get anything like the amplitude. It didn't stop him trying to throw a trick, but the ski tips dig in, and sometimes on a day where it's not snowing, the landing is super hard. That could have been a lot worse. So the conditions helping Sato get away with that one. 20.5. He's in 5th place now. So he had that good first run, but you have to land a different trick. And now Sato on 108.5. It is getting so much harder. There's some big snowflakes falling now. There's no wind, and the snow is falling. Great news if you live in this part of the world, because we do need some snow. It's not ideal for big air, but these are experienced skiers. And Paul Vieuxtemps is getting launched into the start, into the in-run. I saw that on the big air. He's coming in switch, the man from Thailand, looking for as much speed as he can. Switch 10. The Thai delegation loving it. Paul Vieuxtemps putting on a show. He's smiling. He needed some help getting in. The same we saw it on the World Cup Tour in the Edmonton Big Air. Some of the skiers having to be launched in. Let's see it again. That's the way to do it. Catapulted in. Comes in, drops in switch. It is slowing up. Gets a great pop, finds a safety grab. Well, switch by 010. It's not as clean as his first run. He does just about get the grab. Yeah, he's got the grabs. It's hard to see. It's snowing so hard. Well done, Paul Vieuxtemps out of the Grenoble Alpes University. He had that 86 on the first run. It's going to be another healthy score for the man from Thailand. So Geßner leads with 182.5, then Břeský on 158 in second, Hebelthwaite in third, 154.5. Vieuxtemps is going to jump into a podium position, but where? It's in the hands of the 6 judges. Thailand representing here at Gore Mountain. There is an amazing atmosphere in the finish area. Huge crowd here. It's 85.25. Vieuxtemps in second place, 171.25. Vieuxtemps now looking good for a medal. Now let's see the current standings. Geßner out in front, but Vieuxtemps and Břeský and Hebelthwaite lurking. The battle perhaps is for the bronze medal, but don't forget, Manatsu Sato has a good first run, hasn't landed his second run, so Manatsu Sato could get on the podium here. There's the current standings for the women's event. Koga, Rageth and Paljärvi, the 1, 2, 3, they've landed both their first and second runs. Burke and Fenwick have only landed 1 run each. Looking at the totals, I would say it's maybe a stretch for Burke and Fenwick to hit the podium, but they'll want to land their fourth and fifth runs. They're in fourth and fifth. They want to land their third run. So Thea Fenwick had a lot of pressure coming into the second run, had to land. Now she needs to spin the opposite way. Whatever happens here, Fenwick's going to walk away with these games with that bronze medal in slope style. She's dropping in, switch. The speed is really slow. She's doing the sensible thing, going to the other jump, and doesn't have the speed for it. Just lands that switch 180. She looks a little disappointed, but she shouldn't be.
Speed might be an issue right now.
She walk away with that bronze from the slope style, making all the sacrifices that all of the skiers in this field, their families have to make to compete. Just really struggling with the speed a little. Is Fenwick going to give us a smile? I'm sure she will at some point. Oh, almost. A little grin. There's the smile. She'll be disappointed with how it's gone in these finals, but she had that pressure on the second run and landed. It's 41.5 for Fenwick. She gets a total on the board, sits in fourth place, 106.25. Now Olivia Burke from Great Britain.
Five, dropping in. Pull in. You're good to go, 5. Okay, ready? Yeah. Great. Go on, go for it.
Rob Taylor using all of his Celtic strength to throw Olivia Burke down. She is motoring into this jump. She wants it. She's gone big. Can she land? Oh, she's just a little on the tails. She went for it. The skier out of Bearsden. Mum and Dad, Neil and Elizabeth, in the finish area watching on, but they'll be so proud. I love the approach from Olivia Burke. She wanted it there. It wasn't to be. It is so tough out there for the skiers, but she motored into that big kicker. Going for that left 7. Doesn't grab it, and she's just a little off balance on the landing. Throws away that left pole, and maybe if she was able to grab, it could have stabilized her a bit in the air. But she went for it, throwing the big trick. It's not to beat. But in this game, you have to go for it. And Olivia Burke did that. She's got to be so proud of the approach that she's taken today. Surely somebody can help her get her ski pole. If there's anybody out there, don't let her walk up the hill. Must be somebody that can get that ski pole for her. Well, Burke is just going to cruise down on her boots. She gets 17.5, a little more than a second run score. It puts her on a total of 74.25 in fifth place. There's Dan Abra, British athlete, in the middle of the screen. He unfortunately injured himself in training, wasn't able to compete. It is just the ACL tear, say just, but it could have been worse. No meniscus or MCL. So we wish Dan Abra all the best for his recovery. And he's in as good a spirits as you could imagine, despite the situation. Paljärvi in the finish area. I think she's listening to a podcast. I'll find out what she's listening to. Add it to my podcast list. But Paljärvi now in third place. There's 3 to go. The skiers are all guaranteed a medal. Paljärvi with a 74 and an 86 gives her a total of 160.25. So it's just sorting out the medals. Finland picking up a medal here, but what colour will it be? Paljärvi dropping in. She's guaranteed the bronze. Oh, just short on the 5. So she's not going to improve on her total score, but 160.25 for Paljärvi. She's going to walk away with a bronze medal at these games. Just struggling to make the landing, but the conditions have got that little bit worse throughout the morning here at Gore.
So she will secure herself third place for Paljärvi.
So third is guaranteed. She's on the podium. 160.25 her total score. So that's the top 3 Rageth and Koga to go. So it all comes down really to this run for Michelle Rageth. Michelle Rageth, the only skier that can deny Yuna Koga from Japan a second gold at these games.
Go on. 52. Probably right about an 88.5, and she could knock Yuna Koga out of that number one spot.
So Rageth dropping in, guaranteed the silver. Can she do enough to get the gold? Goes for the 7, that left 7, puts it down nicely. So the silver medal guaranteed. She's smiling, she's happy. She's already got a silver medal in slopestyle. She's guaranteed that silver. This morning here at Gore Mountain, just about gets a mute grab. Not quite enough on it. She's got an 84.5 and an 84.75. The second run of Yuna Koga, 92.75. Watching the Swiss coach in the start, and she sees that the trick is landed. Big smiles from Rageth. Judges will take their time here. There's Yuna Koga, still not got a score for Rageth. Will it be enough? I don't think it's going to be enough to knock Koga off the top step of the podium. So this is the moment where this contest is going to be decided. She needs to go into the high 80s to put the pressure on that skier there, Yuna Koga of Japan. Judges rightly taking their time. The Swiss staff, the Swiss delegation watching on. Paljärvi's happy, she's got the bronze. It's still in Yuna Koga's hands though, she still has her third run to come. So even if Rageth goes into the gold medal spot, Yuna Koga could do it. I'm not sure it's going to be enough here. Score now, it's 71. She stays in second place. She will pick up the silver medal. There's one skier to go. It is a victory lap for Yuna Koga, the double gold medalist at Lake Placid 2023. Now, is she going to throw big? Knowing the Japanese skiers, they tend not to like a victory lap. They tend to go for the big trick regardless. And it looks like she is setting up. So is she going to go for something huge here? Setting up switch. Yuna Koga from Japan, guaranteed the gold medal. Switch 7 and puts it down. Yuna Koga from Japan, 3 runs, all landed. She will walk away with her second gold at Lake Placid 2023, the most consistent skier on the mountain this morning. Let's see it again. She dropped in forwards and then popped that 180 to set up switch on the in run.
So strong.
It's a great pop. She doesn't grab it. So a big switch 7, a difficult trick. It's not going to improve her score, I wouldn't think. The coach, a little nod from the coach. 3 runs landed, that is a great platform for Yuna Koga. She's got the ability to push forward in this sport. Move up to the highest level. She has done Youth Olympics in the past, but I think she could push on to the World Cup Tour. Yuna Koga wins for Japan, and a big Japanese contingent here celebrates another gold medal at Lake Placid 2023. So gold to Yuna Koga from Japan, Michelle Rageth in second, Paljärvi in third for Finland, Fenwick and Burke 4th and 5th for Great Britain. Geßner the leader for Germany. Vieuxtemps in second. Břeský in third. But look at that gap between Břeský and Hebelthwaite. Hebelthwaite has to land a third run and he has to find a 4-point improvement to get on the podium. Vieuxtemps and Geßner starting to look quite safe in terms of a medal. Noah Charlotte's side of it, Manatsu Sato, the skier to watch. He'll be the 6th and penultimate skier to go, because he has that first run score on the board, but falling on run 2. So Jay Hebblethwaite needs to find some speed. He needs to find an improvement. He's trying to just jet those skis in, get as much speed as he can. Can he go big on the final hit? Oh, go for the left 12. Not able to put it down. That would have put him in a podium position. So it's going to be likely 4th or 5th for Hebblethwaite. But he went for that 12.60, just tries to shake off some snow. Almost had it. He was grabbing as well. I love the approach from Hebblethwaite here. He went for it. Yeah, he's had to grab the knees there to speed the rotation up. Still came up short. So he's not going to improve. He's going to stay in 4th place for now. But a lot of positives to take for Hebblethwaite, the man from the University of Manchester, Kendal Snow Sports Club. Jan Ferber, the most stylish man out on the hill here under the Czech Technical University in Prague. He's in 5th place, trying to get the coach, trying to get the crowd into it. The crowd, I'm sure you can see they are packed in the finish area. Ferber dropping in 5th in switch. Oh, he just opened it up on that switch 7. So Jan Ferber with 129 on the board.
Seriously, everybody wants to know where he got it.
It's a good pop. Does he get tail grab just about? Just opened it up a little. But he put it to feet. 3 landed runs for Jan Ferber. So judges will throw the score in for Jan Ferber. It's not going to improve. 46.5. So he carries forward 129. 5th place for Jan Ferber. He could drop 1 place. Vojtěch Břeský, he's in a medal position. He's seen off the danger of Hebblethwaite. He stays in 3rd for now. So can he improve? He's getting launched in. We're going to see that in the snowboard contest later if this snow keeps on falling. Vojtěch Břeský comes in switch. Switch left, 12-12. It wasn't the cleanest landing, but he somehow got away with it. It won't be the highest score you'll ever get for a 12. That is a slingshot, the catapult in. Drops in switch. Tidy mute grab as well. Holds it for enough of the trick. Then he comes up short, he's down. He does ski away from it, but it's not going to be an improvement on his 2nd run score of 74. Judges will be critical of that. It'll be probably in the 50s. So he's going to stay in the bronze medal spot. Yeah, it's 50.5. So Břeský looking to hold on for a bronze medal. So next up is Noah Charlotte. He can't jump onto the podium. Packed crowd here at Gore Mountain. Really appreciative of all the efforts. It's not to be today, Noah, but thumbs up from the coach, a smile. So Noah Charlotte is going to, I think, do something for the crowd here and try and get a cheer. It's all you can do in this situation. Just a big left 7. It's a shake of the head, but he puts something to feet. Oh, apologies for the language if you speak German. Difficult conditions today. Puts the left 7 down. He gets something on the board. Just a little tweak in the air. He puts it to feet. Not to be for Noah Charlotte. That will be his highest score of the day. but he's going to stay in 7th place.
Just happy to get it in, whether you're going to get something or not.
So it's a 49.25. That is his total as well. So to get Jakob Geßner from the Technical University of Munich, Germany. He is the current leader. 182.5. He's got 2 scores in the 90s. All he can do is try and improve on this 3rd run. He's still got 2 skiers to come after him, Manatsu Sato and Paul Vieuxtemps. Geßner is guaranteed a medal. Germans cheering him on. They know they're walking away with a medal. He's got a big, big lead. But Vieuxtemps, particularly Manatsu Sato, could still knock the German off the top step of the podium. Just floats it round. I think he felt that he'd hit his level already. He is still in the #1 spot. He's not going to improve. Conditions are making it tough for the skiers to throw down their absolute biggest tricks, but it's an outdoor sport. It's the same for everyone. You have to deal with it. Beautiful Japan grab. Having some fun. That is what it's all about at the end of the day. Enjoying what you do, whether you're first or last. So Geßner in the #1 spot right now. And next up is Manatsu Sato. He's got an 88 on the first run. Geßner with that 92.5 and a 90 on run 2, giving him that total of 182.5. That is what the final 2 skiers in this men's slopestyle. Slopestyle? We had that. Men's big air are looking to better. Vieuxtemps in 2nd, Břeský in 3rd. Manatsu Sato next to go. He's the only man who can change the order of the podium. Well, he can get on the podium. He's got that 88 on the first run. Břeský in the finish area watching on, knows if he can see off Sato here. Břeský has the bronze, so Sato dropping in switch. Can this challenge? Oh, he comes up short.
Not gonna do it.
It's not to be for Manatsu Sato. Yuna Koga cheers him on. She's got the gold. Manatsu Sato started off in style with that 88. Tried to get as much speed as he could. He got the timing better on the take-up. Still not a huge amount of amplitude. He does get the mute grab. He's grabbing it with his left hand on the knee, but just not enough.
Look how much snow, too.
The snow has got that little bit lighter. The flakes aren't quite as big. It's good news for the snowboard contest later if it stays like this. So Sato is going to finish in 6th place. Geßner and Břeský there. Geßner on the left, Břeský on the right. They're on the podium. So it's all down to Paul Vieuxtemps. Now he needs a huge, huge improvement. He needs to go like deep into the 90s, something around 96 might do it. Has Paul Vieuxtemps got it in him? He's already got a bronze in slopestyle. He's picking up at least a silver in big air. It's beautiful work again from Vieuxtemps. So he's on the podium. It's at least a silver medal. Břeský will walk away with the bronze, but now it's over to the judges. Drops in with as much speed as possible, sets himself up. Beautiful work on the grab on that left misty 9.
The whole way around, right over the top, just bolts to the feet right there. So
it's a stylish trick. It's going to be a high score, but I don't think it's going to be enough to deny Geßner the gold. Judges still deliberating. The score will come in any minute now. Is it enough? It's not. It's 87. It's his highest score of the day. but it's not enough to move into the gold medal spot, and Paul Vieuxtemps from Thailand picks up the silver. Vojtěch Břeský the bronze, but the gold medalist in men's big air here at Gore Mountain, Lake Placid 2023, Jakob Geßner from Germany. He got the job done on run 1 and run 2 with 2 scores in the 90s. He's nearly over 10 points clear of Vieuxtemps of Thailand. Břeský in 3rd. Hebblethwaite threw down with a 12, but he didn't quite land it. That might have been enough to put him on the podium. He finishes in 4th place. Well, there's the gold medalist, 4th in the slopestyle.